All right, so any moment we will actually go live, and it doesn't really tell me specifically exactly when it goes live. It just says setting up the webinar. But every single one of the YouTube ones that I do, there's actually a little bit of a delay. So I'm sitting there kind of staring at the computer, even though it's already gone live. So I will just talk it through and say welcome to the Tuesday night training. And I'm super excited tonight, as I am with every single training I do, that I'm going to show you some cool stuff. And tonight we're working in Mailing Boss again. So last week we worked in Mailing Boss, and we did subscriber lists, and we did email sequence. And I believe I showed you guys a little bit about the workflows too, and how to set up things in workflows. But setting up everything in Mailing Boss as far as subscriber lists and email sequence, that's not enough. You have to connect all that to your website. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is actually connecting a website to Mailing Boss using one of two ways. We can use a contact form, or we can use an email marketing form. And both ways are actually very, very different. So I'm going to go through each way and show you how to set that up so that we can make sure that we know how to set that up inside of our website. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go into my dashboard. Let me kind of move stuff out of the way here, and I'll close this video. And I'm in my test account. So here I'm going to go to Builders and Pixel Perfect, and I'm going to go to New Site. And we're just going to create a brand spanking new website that we can connect Mailing Boss to. And the reason I'm connecting a new site is I want it blank so you guys can see every single little thing I'm doing. So we'll let that load, and it might be a little slow, so it might take you just a minute or two to pull up our new website templates. So it's thinking really hard, and still thinking, and still thinking. So I have worked Builderall really hard today, so it's probably going to pitch a fit for me tonight. Let me click it again and get it started again. And it's really, really slow. So let me check with you guys and stop sharing for a second. And can you guys still see me and hear me okay? Okay, good. So it's not my internet connection. I was just wanting to make sure of that. So it may be Builderall is just acting a little slow right now. And that's understandable. I've worked it really hard. So I'm going to close this window, reopen it, and see if we can connect again. So virtual office. And it looks like the office is slow. Are any of you guys accessing the office right now, and are you having the same experience that I am? Can you open Office and tell me if it's slow for you? I've got somebody in chat. It says it might be your browser running the CPU or the memory high. It could be, but I don't think it is, because Zoom would lock up and my video would actually freeze. So I don't think it's the browser or the CPU. What's happening with you guys?
Still spinning, trying to open my sites.
Yeah, so yours might be having the same issue. So that it sounds like it's Builderall. So what we'll do is we'll give it a few minutes. Let me jump in and let the developers know that it's going really slow for me. So give me just a second to jump in and talk to our developers. And oops, I need to go into WhatsApp. WhatsApp. Did I have WhatsApp on here? Yes. Give me just a second, you guys, and we'll load WhatsApp and let the Builderall team know that the dashboard's really slow. All right, got it in WhatsApp. Let me add it to builderall.com. Alrighty, so I got them updated. So let me see if there's any difference. I've got a couple of people that jumped in, so let me upgrade you. And then let's see if it's open yet. Okay, so it's open for me now. So let me flip over to share my screen. And we'll see if it behaves. Alrighty. So I'm open now again in the account for Tabitha. And I'm going to click Builders and Pixel Perfect and New Website. Let's see what it does.
I got a 504 gateway timeout.
Yeah, it sounds like they're dealing with, honestly, with the way this looks like a DDoS attack, and it's trying to slow everything down. So it may take them a minute or two to figure out what's going on before they block the attack. That's what, when it is slow like this and everything else is working on your computer, but the browser for Builderall, whether it's opening the dashboard or opening your website, if it's this slow, it means there's a problem going on. And this type where it says it can't get to the page of 504 error, that's typically because something's blocking it, and the most logical thing is a DDoS attack. So it looks like we may not get to go into Mailing Boss tonight, but that's okay, because guess what we can do? We can answer questions. I have tons of questions that I can answer. I have so many answers floating around in here. They're just waiting to get out. So while we're waiting for the system to, get sped up and they look into the situation, does anybody have any questions for me on anything that they're just dying to know about Builderall? Wait, don't everybody ask it once.
I have one more. Gee, I wish there was. And that would be one button to go to my sites instead of it being so many steps.
Yeah, where you go to builders and then my sites and then your site list. Yeah, that would be fabulous. Maybe there is an option in there where we can, like the last 5 sites that you access, we could have listed or something like that, so that it real fast you can get to it. Maybe, I don't know. It's an option. That'd be a good suggestion, though. I would definitely like that. Good suggestion. I will definitely suggest that in the roadmap. Anybody else have any questions or issues or problems, or you just want to say, hi, Shelly? You guys are so quiet tonight. That's really weird. I'm used to my certified partners that if I say, do you guys have any questions? Like 5 people jump in at the same time.
I don't know. Can you hear me, Shelly?
Hi,
Hey, how are you doing? I got Jorge, I've got Nadia, I've got Cloud. Who's got questions?
Claude.
Claude, how are you doing?
I'm good, Shelly. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
First, I want to say I just love how wonderful all your training is, and I always get a smile on my face when I watch you train. So thank you for all that you do for us, right?
Oh, good. Thank you for just letting me know, because I'm telling you, sometimes you're in a bubble with these trainings and you just don't know if they're really helping or if they're any good. And it's always nice to hear that you're enjoying the trainings and hopefully you're getting a lot of help with them.
Absolutely, I am. My question is this. First, I just want to give a little caveat. I don't want to, come in here and be the guy, right, who's constantly
That's
trying
right, be the guy. We need somebody to be the guy. You be the guy.
Okay, I'm just going to ask a simple question. Right now, working inside of Mailing Boss, there are a few things that I'm having trouble with. I'll just stick to one right now.
Okay.
Inside of the confirmation page, right, where they click on the email, the link inside the confirmation email that goes to the confirmation page.
Right.
Tag, right, for that particular page is missing inside of my Mailing Boss dashboard. What's happening is when I click on all of the available tags, when I'm inside a particular email to edit that email, the only tag that's there is the register, or I'm not in front of my laptop right now. It's not going to the confirmation page. It's going to the register. There it is. That's the one. It's taking everybody directly back to the register, and I don't know the tag name. That's all I really need. I need to know that tag name so I can get it right.
Well, if you're sending them to a specific page after they click confirm, that's actually done in your opt-in form, and that's what I was going to show you how to do tonight. If you go to your opt-in form and you right-click it and you choose change URL, there's 3 different URLs you have to put in. The first one is pending subscribe, and that means what page do you want them to go to while they're still pending? They haven't clicked confirm yet, right? And that's for a double opt-in specifically. Then
Right.
the second, oh, sorry, what, Claude?
No, I just said right. I'm sorry.
Good. The second item is subscription confirmation. And that URL is the page you want them to go to after they click confirm in the email.
Right. That's the page that I want them to go to. The problem is that I can't find the tag when I'm editing that email. I think I have Mailing Boss up on my laptop. You know what I think I might do?
Oh, I see what you're saying. It should automatically put it in there.
It should automatically be there, but it's not there.
So here's what I want you to do is I want you to subscribe to your email list yourself.
I have.
And then go in and get that email and see if it's anywhere in there, because it should put it there automatically.
No, it's not. Can you see my face?
I can see your face.
Okay, so I'm going to turn my phone around and maybe you can see my screen. If not, I'm just going to have to rejoin on my laptop, okay?
Okay.
That's inside Mailing Boss. That's the subscribe email. You see that?
Yeah, but that's
Now.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that's at though, because there's a stock email. Is that
Yeah. This was the stock email I edited.
Ah, okay.
You see what I mean? Now confirmed email is showing up. Wait a minute, something is really crazy here. This wasn't here yesterday.
I haven't ever deleted that unsubscribe thing, so and I can't imagine that it would let you delete it, but not unsubscribe, but confirm subscription. I can't imagine that it would let you delete it, but I guess it did. So I'm not sure what the remedy to that is.
I remember what I did. Okay, now yesterday I was trying to figure out how to fix it, right? So here is the link that's currently there. I just made that up trying to figure it out. But actually the link that they put here is only this particular subscribe URL tag is the only one that's available. Look, if I go down to available tags, and you can see all of these available tags there. Turn that off.
Is there a subscribe confirm or something like that?
No. Subscribe URL, list name, company name, current year, email, F name, and last name. So yeah, it's not there. So I was trying to figure out what the proper tag is.
I think you've accidentally removed that subscribe tag.
Yeah. I did. I think I did that, and I need to figure out what exactly what it is.
Let me do when I can get into Mailing Boss. Here's what I want you to do is I want you to private message me on Facebook, Claude, and just remind me what we're looking at, okay? And I'm gonna go into Mailing Boss. I'm gonna pull my tag, so it's gonna be the brackets and whatever that tag name is, because I don't know exactly what that tag name is. So I'm going to pull that tag and let you copy it and paste it in there and see if that does it.
Excellent. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate it.
You're probably welcome. No problem. And when I can get into Mailing Boss, I will do that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to do a whole video and send it to support, but I was like, hey, maybe I can get it done now. So thank you. No.
Let me try that first. It might be that all we need is the bracket and then whatever that exact tag is. And if I give that to you and you're able to put it in there, that fix the whole thing, and then you won't have to do support and them try to figure it out and all that. So
All right,
let's
thank
try
you.
that first and see if that works.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to help. Sure. That we remember we all learn from these types of things, right? All right, I've got a couple of people that say they're not able to turn on their video or their audio, and that's completely okay. And then I've got someone that says, so I'm the very first video of setting up Mailing Boss, like filling out your actual address. It says actually can be seen on outgoing emails. All right, so this is having to do with the tags again. When you're looking at your emails and setting up your emails, there's a law in the US, it's called the CAN spam law. And every single email that goes out has to have the company information and the company address and then the website. That has to be in there so that if you're spamming someone or you're breaking some type of law or something like that, they know where to contact you at. Now, does that have to be your exact physical address? No, you can use, a not an exact address. If you have a PO box or something like that, you can put that in there. It doesn't need to be a business address, but you can put your PO box or something like that in there. And when you do, you need to make sure that you're doing it in the company information. And when you first sign up for Mailing Boss, you go through entering your company information when you first start it. But then once you start your subscriber list, you can actually go in and change that information so that every single subscriber list can actually have different company information for you. That way you don't have to always go with the default information you have in the system. So tied to the subscriber list, you can put in your physical address and all the information about your company, like your website, phone number, whatever you want to add in. And you will be able to change that by subscriber list. Now, here's what happens in your emails. So your company information is made up of the company name, the company address, city, state, zip, website. I think it even gives you an option to put your phone number in there. There's a bunch of company information that you have. And it does something that's called a concatenation, where it takes all of those items and merges them into one tag. And that one tag is called company information or something like that. And that one tag needs to go into your email. It's in there by default. So every single email that you create, it's at the bottom and it's in there by default. But if you try to remove it, it won't let you save the email. So Jasmine was saying that she doesn't want to give her information, and that's okay. You need to put something about your company in there, though, because of the CAN spam laws. You have to have an address. It doesn't have to be your physical address. It can be a PO box, but it needs to be something that's valid for your company because of those laws. So hopefully that addressed that question. And then she also asked, she has email for her domain, but where do you get the reply email? So if somebody actually sends you an email using your domain email that you've set up, you actually have to set up your email in RainLoop. That's our email client through Builderall. And you can access RainLoop by going to your website list and going to the website where you've connected the domain. And when a domain's connected, if you go to that right-hand side, there's some extra buttons that appear, and one of them is email. And if you click email there, you'll actually be able to create your emails and then access your emails through RainLoop. So that's the way you create your professional emails, to be able to collect anybody that sends you emails. And you can also send out from RainLoop as well. I apologize for not being able to jump in and show you, but everything is slow right now. And I'm getting several messages that you can't log in. It's okay. Yeah, none of us can log in right now. So hang in there. I've already messaged the developers and they'll be working on it. In fact, while I'm talking to you, let me see if I can jump in and see if they're actually answering me yet. So I don't have anything on that one and nothing on that one. So they must be scrambling to fix it because they're scrambling so bad they didn't even answer. And then Nadia says she has a lot of questions, but maybe next time she can answer them. I think Nadia is pretty new, so that's okay. And Nadia, I'm here, so if you do, it's okay if you're new and you don't even know what you're asking. Somehow I can magically give you an answer. I have so many answers up here, so if you do have questions, jump in if you want to, and I'll be glad to do my best. Mailing boss is big and it's confusing sometimes, and it can be really frustrating sometimes. So sometimes you just need somebody to kind of walk you through some of the things so that you can understand exactly how to do it. I've also got tons of training on Mailing Boss, either in the dashboard in Builderall, or you can go to the Builderall USA YouTube channel, or I've got another channel, Builderall Master Training. You can go to either of those places and find lots and lots of training on Builderall. And Jasmine, I think, asked rain loop. That's exactly right, rain loop. Let me see if I can get into anything yet. So hang on. I've got the templates popped up. Let me see if my sites will pop up. Oh, good. Let me share my screen and we may be back up and running. So hold on just a second. And I will share my screen. And right here, I've got my websites. These are my websites. And if I connect a domain, and I don't think any of my websites on this test account are connected, but if I connect a domain, you'll see a new button over here that says email. When you click it, it will open a box and you can create some new email addresses, and you can click webmail and it will take you to where you can check your webmail. And I'll show you what the webmail looks like. Let me open another window. And if I go here to email, and I'll go to join us at Everest. And this is Rain Loop. It's our email client. And it's going to ask you for a username or password. And when you log in for your email, it's going to show you your messages. And here you can read your messages, or you can click on the message and reply to your messages and send out from here as well. The other neat thing about Rain Loop is that you can add more than one email. Let me mute someone. Hold on just a second, you guys. Okay, I think I got it. You can also add multiple emails to this Rain Loop session. So right here, I've got Shelly at Join Us at Everest. And I made some other Join Us at Everest emails as well. So I just added them here. To do that, all you do is click this little arrow on the profile and click Add Account, and put the email that you created there and the password that you put in for it, and then click Add, and it will add it to your Rain Loop in one Rain Loop account. So now I can go here and check all of these emails without leaving Rain Loop. I just click the new email and it opens up that account. And then if I want to check another one, I just click it and it opens up that account. So it makes it really fast to check all of your emails if you add them into one Rain Loop account. Okay. So that's
just. Would you have a Builderall Diva account among those? Or do they all have to be at Join Us at Everest?
No, if they're on the same server, I can put them in the same Rain Loop. But there's several different Rain Loop servers. There's a Mail 01, a Mail 02, a Mail 03. So if they're on different servers, they may not be able to be added. But if they're on the same server, yes. So there's no guarantee that you can add them together if they're different domains. But if it's the same domain, it's going to be on the same server. So if they're in the same domain, yes, you can add them. So that was a really good question. So Jasmine, hopefully that helps you with Rain Loop and helps you to understand what Rain Loop is. And it's just an email client. So all it is that's where you can go and create your emails and then receive emails and send emails straight from Rain Loop. Okay. I'm going to share my screen and see if I can get into Mailing Boss now. It looks like the dashboard is maybe loading a little quicker. So let me see if we can get in. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm going to go to Builders, Pixel Perfect, and New Website. And let's see if it loads. There we go. Yay. And I'm just going to create a blank website. And here I'm going to go to a blank page and click edit. And that opens up my editor so I can start working on this blank website. So right now there's nothing in there. And I'm going to click save the very first thing so I can make sure to save this, even though I've not done any work. If I want to go back and do anything to it, if I don't save it, I might lose it. So I'm going to click save, because save is my friend. And I'm going to name it Tuesday Night Training. And then I'll click send and then save again. And now this is going to be saved in my site list so I can go and start editing. And if I lose whatever I've done, at least I can go back and get the latest thing the last time I saved. Okay. So there's a couple things that we're going to go through tonight, and that is how to do a contact form and connect it to Mailing Boss, and how to do an email marketing form and connect it to Mailing Boss. And they're two very different ways to collect emails, names and emails. So let's look at the first one. I'm going to go to plus, and I'm going to go to contact form. And when I click that, I've got a lot of options of contact forms, a whole lot of them. And I can choose any one I want. They're just different fields is all it is. I'm going to click a really simple one. So I'm going to click this one with the red right here. And it comes in with the first name and the email. And so those are the fields that I'm going to collect for the very first form. And now I have to connect it to Mailing Boss. And it's a little bit of a challenge to connect this contact form. If I right click and I go to configure, I've got two different ways to work with this form. I can work with it and have it send an email to me every time I get a new subscriber, which does not add them to Mailing Boss. Or I can work in this default area and do what's called a post or a get and send it directly to Mailing Boss and add this information to the Mailing Boss data. Sounds a little scary, but it's okay. Let's do this side first. So if I click edit, what I'm going to do is every time someone fills out this contact form, it's going to send me an email. So I'm going to set up, let's see, Shelly at builderalldiva.com. And then the subject, I'll put in there training website contact form. And this subject is used to remind me where this information came from. Now remember, you're going to get emails and emails and emails and tons of emails. And you want to be able to filter out which of those emails coming in are people that subscribe to your mailing list. So the way to filter them out is to have a good subject that describes the email that's coming into you. Okay, so when it comes into my email, it'll say training website contact form. And I'll know that's where the information came from. Now, on the action taken after they fill this out, you can actually choose no action, which means nothing happens, or you can click on action and you can send them to a specific page. You can have them download a document. You can have them go to a website address, or you can activate a pop-up. Okay, I'm going to send them to a page. And we'll send them to, well, we can't send them to a page. I don't have any extra pages. We'll send them to a website, even better. So we'll send them to Google. And okay, so now when they fill out this form, they're going to be sent to Google. And I can also edit a message that they get. If I click on that, I can put in the message here. I usually don't use this one. I use the other one. So I'm going to click confirm. And then here's a success message right here. I can click that and set up a thank you for sending in your information. And confirm. And now I've set it up so that if you fill out this form right here, it's going to collect your first name. It's going to collect your email. It is not going to send it to Mailing Boss. Instead, it's going to send it to me via email. And I have to open the email to find out that person's first name and their email address. This is not the most efficient way to do it, but it is a way to do it. Okay, so we're going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to click save because save is my friend. And now I'm going to show you another way to do the contact form so that it fills out the information and sends it into mailing box. So I'm going to go to plus, and I'm going to go to contact form. And this time we'll pick the black one. And I'm going to go ahead and use the right-hand side of the configure menu. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to configure. So I'm going to use this right-hand side, and I'm just going to click it and then go to edit. And now I need to fill out these two fields. I've got an action field and I have a method field. The first action field is the URL of our mailing list. Oh, that's hard. So let's see if we can go find that. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard and open up Mailing Boss. So I'm going to click Mailing Boss. And then I'll open up Mailing Boss, like clicking Access Mailing Boss. And now I'm entered into Mailing Boss, and I'm going to take a look at my list to see what list do I want to connect to this funnel. And it looks like I may do lead magnet funnel. So let's see what fields are there. So I'm going to go to Overview. And I've got two fields, which are the email field and the first name field, which is fabulous. I love that. And I hate the email field being first. I want it second after the first name field. So I'm going to change the sort order, and I'm going to put email as number 2 and first name as number 1. Some of you guys have messaged me asking how do you change the order of the fields when you're doing your opt-in form. This is how you do it. So I'm going to click Save Changes. And now I've got first name first and then email. So there's a couple things that I need to look at. The first one is on the first name, what is the tag? So the tag is F name. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to put it into a notepad because I want to remember that. That's going to be important in just a few minutes. And then on the email field, I need to see what the tag is for that. And it's email, all capital letters, no spaces. So I'm going to add that too. Oops. Email. Perfect. So those two tags I need to know because I'm going to be connecting them on my form. The next thing I need to do is get the URL of this list. To do that, all I need to do is go to the list. This is the lead magnet funnel. So there's my lead magnet funnel card right there. And this right here is the subscription URL. It doesn't show it to you, but you can get it by clicking copy link. So if you click that one time, it copies that URL. And I'm just going to open up my notepad and I'm going to paste it right in there. So this is the link, the URL to subscribe to this email list. Okay, it's very important. You need all three of these things to make the connection. You need the tag for the first name, you need the tag for the email, and you need the subscription URL. Okay, now we're going to go back to our website. So we'll go back to the HTML editor. And on action, this is where I put the subscribe URL. So I'm going to paste that in there. So there's my subscribe URL. And on the method, I'm going to choose post. That's a database term. And what it's going to do is it's going to take the data from this form and post it or place it into the Builderall database. So I'm going to click confirm. And now I've entered that information so I can close this box. And so I'm halfway done. The next thing I need to do is right click and go to elements. And right here, you can see they're out of order. So I'm going to reorder them and put first name first and then email. And now on the first name, I need to make sure the tag is exactly correct to be able to put the first name in the right area of the Builderall database, in the Mailing Boss database. So I'm going to go all the way over here to the right-hand side, and I'm going to click the little pencil. And this is the information about that field. And if you look at tag, it says F name. And if I open up my notepad it has to match this tag for the first name exactly. And when I mean exactly, I mean it has to be exactly the same. Uppercase, lowercase, spaces, everything needs to be exactly the same. So as you can see, F name is all capitalized, and right here, F name is all capitalized. So it matches exactly. So that one is perfect. No problems with that one. So I'm going to click confirm. And then I have to do the same thing with email. So I'm going to roll over to the right-hand side. I'm going to click that pencil. And there's my tag information. That's what I'm looking at. And I'm going to look at my notepad and make sure it matches exactly again. And remember, it has to be all the same font case. So if it's all uppercase, everything needs to be all uppercase. Spaces, everything needs to be the same. If there's any difference, guys, these will not map to the correct place in the Mailing Boss database, and it will not add the information. So this is the number one critical thing, is that the tags have to match exactly. In this situation for emails, they do. So I'm going to click confirm. And now we're actually ready. I'm going to click the confirm button. And this one is ready to start taking information to be added to that list. So remember, this first one, we're sending an email to ourselves. This second one, we're actually adding them to Mailing Boss using the subscriber URL. So now let's do a third way. This is getting crazy, isn't it? So this is a contact form. This is a contact form. We're going to use a different type of form this time. So I'm going to click plus, and then I'm going to go to email marketing form right down here. When I click it, it gives me a whole bunch of options for email marketing forms. It doesn't matter which one you choose, just choose one, and I'm going to click that, and it adds the email marketing form to my page. And now all I'm going to do to connect it to Mailing Boss is I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to configure. And it gives me all these options that I can use to connect my email form. I can connect to Active Campaign, MailChimp, GetResponse, Infusionsoft. All of these will be able to connect. But of course, I want to connect to Mailing Boss. So I'm going to click Mailing Boss, and it's going to go into Mailing Boss and look at all of my lists that I have. And it's going to give me all of those lists, and it says choose one that you want the data to go into. And I want to choose the lead magnet funnel, so I'm going to click on that. And notice it changed the order of the fields according to what I set in Mailing Boss. So it put the first name first and then the email. Once I've connected, I just click save and then save again. And now that's actually ready to start accepting data into the form, and it will put that data into Mailing Boss. So those are the three different methods of creating a form to be able to get data, whether you want to send that data to your email, send that data into Mailing Boss using the subscription URL, or send that data into Mailing Boss by connecting Mailing Boss to the form. So let me stop sharing and see if you guys have any questions. Any questions? Larry says, easy peasy. That's right. I like the last method, using the email marketing form. That is definitely the easiest way to do it. But you have to make sure that you go in there and check your fields that you want inside of Mailing Boss, put them in the right order, and then pull in your opt-in form and connect it to Mailing Boss. If you go in later and you add fields, or you change the order of the fields, then the opt-in form will be wrong. So you have to right click and go to connect again and just reconnect that form, and it will get all the changes that you made. Okay? Everybody got it? So Jasmine said, what are the three scenarios that you would use them for? So let me jump in and show you some cool stuff that you can do with these three scenarios, okay? So I'm going to share my screen. And this one right here that you use to send to your email. And let me stop sharing because I hear some background noise. So hang on just a second. Okay, there we go. So this one here that I send to my email, Maybe I want to track people using email for some reason. If I want to just receive emails instead of sending them to a mailing blast list, or let's say that I've got a virtual assistant that's doing some work for me, and I don't necessarily want her to be able to get into my mailing blast list, but I do want her to get this information so that she can send them a coupon or an ebook or something like that. And I don't need it automated. I want her to handle it. I can actually have this form set up so it's emailed to her instead of into mailing blast or directly to me. So that's one thing you can do with this contact form where you're emailing them out. Okay, you can work with a VA or a virtual assistant. The second one is directly connected to mailing blast using the subscriber URL. And there's a couple of things you can do with this form. One of them is you can do the subscriber URL for mailing blast, or you can actually use this form to pull the data out and put it into Zapier. If any of you guys are Zapier experts or working to be Zapier experts, you can use something called a webhook and get a URL and put it into this same form, and it will capture the data and send it to Zapier, and then you can do whatever you want with that data in Zapier. So it doesn't necessarily have to go to mailing blast. It can go to Zapier, and then from Zapier you can send it to a spreadsheet, you can send it to a different email client. You can do a lot of different things with Zapier. So that's what you can do with this second method. And then of course the third method is the way fun method, way easy method. And that is, oh, give it up, just send it straight to Mailing Boss. And then inside Mailing Boss, you can work on creating tags and automation and segmentation. So you can start segmenting people based on tags or based on certain criteria, and then only send email to those people that have certain tags or certain criteria that you set up. So this one is the easiest to set up, but it's really, to me, the most challenging once you get it into Mailing Boss to decide how you're going to separate out your list and send special emails only to certain people. So easy setup, but complicated when it's time to automate and segment your list. Okay, I hope that helped, Jasmine. Not real sure, but I hope it helped. Claude says, when do you use the second and third method? No, when do you do the second and third method? Are there notifications? When you go into your subscriber list, Claude, there is a way to set up notifications so that when you get a new subscriber, it will email you and say, guess what, Claude? You got a new subscriber. It's actually really cool. So you can go into some of the advanced settings of the subscriber list and set it up so that instead of saying subscriber notification no, it says subscriber notification yes, and then you put in the email where you want to get it, and it will send you a notice every time you get a new subscriber. Okay, that's a good question. Anybody else that has any good questions or bad questions or any kind of question? There's actually no bad questions. I tell everybody there's bad answers, but no bad questions. That's for sure. Jasmine says that's when we use the iOS app. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Jasmine. I'm not real sure. For notifications, no. Notifications is like when somebody new signs up to your subscriber list and you want to know because you're like, I want to know everybody that subscribes to my list. You can actually set it up so that every time you get a new subscriber, it will automatically email you and say, guess what, Jasmine? You have a new subscriber on your email list. Now, this is great if your subscriber list is small and you're only getting a few. But if you're building your email list and getting thousands, I don't think you want that many emails. So it's really cool in the beginning if your list is small, but not so cool if you're getting a whole lot of subscribers. Unless you want a whole lot of emails, and then you're good to go. All right, any other questions, guys? Woohoo! All right, you guys are awesome. So let's go in and see where that notification is. We still got
a question.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Jorge. Go ahead.
But now that we are now that we are talking about the Optin box, because that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, good. Yay.
Actually, I got like around already like 4 websites. I'm working on the most I can really quick to set up all the funnels for what I need. Right now I'm building a website that I'm doing a pop-up for the Optin.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what I had to set up, but to do the pop-up, can you show me how I can link the pop-up box for the Optin to the the mailing box? So yeah, to send it to the mailing list.
It's the same thing. Let me share my screen and I'll show you how to do that. So here in this area right here, I'm going to go to plus and pop up. And I'm just going to add a pop-up and I'm just going to create a blank one right here. It's going to be just empty. We'll start it from scratch.
Okay.
And let me name it Jorge.
All right.
And I'll click confirm. And so there's my cute little pop-up. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then right here, I'm going to go ahead and add an opt-in form. And I'll make it the email marketing form since that's the easiest. So email marketing form. And I really, really like the design of this green one right here. So I'll click that one. When I click it, it dropped it on the page. It doesn't drop it on the opt-in form. So I have to find where it dropped it and then drag it over to my pop-up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the tricky part. And then once I add it, it's on that pop-up. And now I just configure it the same exact way I would if it was on the regular page.
All right, gotcha. Okay, that's my missing part.
Yep, great. That easy peasy, right? Yay.
Yeah.
So
I got more questions, but I want to let the rest of the people just to ask.
The other thing I want to show you is that there's a couple of things you need to fill out for when they hit the submit button on the email marketing form. So let me share my screen and I'll show you just a couple things that you need to think about. And so I'm going to close this one. And this one's the email marketing form. And remember, we right clicked and we did configure to actually connect it to Mailing Boss. But now I want to talk about change URL. This one's super important because once they hit the submit button, where do you want them to go, right? Where on earth do you want them to go? So if I click that, I've got several options. So on the first option, which is pending subscribe, what that means is if you've got a double opt-in list, when they fill out the form, they're in pending subscribe mode. That means they're not confirmed yet. They're pending. They have a little bit of work to do before they can actually be confirmed. So what page do you want them to go to when they're pending subscribe? And usually this is a page that says, don't forget to check your email and click the confirm button so you can be confirmed for our mailing list. Okay, so that's really critical that you set up that pending subscribe page with the instructions that say you've got more work to do. Check this out and check your email, click confirm, and then you'll be confirmed on our subscriber list. Okay, so this is the page you want them to go to for pending.
Like a thank you page.
Oops, say it again. Who said that?
Like a thank you page.
It is like a thank you page, but it's not like a thank you, you're done page. It's a thank you, but you got one more thing to do page.
Correct. Okay.
So you want to put something on there like, congratulations, but you got a couple more steps to do. Step 1, check your email. Step 2, click confirm. Step 3, welcome to the list. Something like that. So they know that they've got more work to do before they can be confirmed on your list. The second item is subscription confirmed. So this is the page you want them to go to when they click confirm in their email. Because remember, they're going to get if they're double opt-in, they're going to get an email. And in that email, there's going to be a confirm button. It's a hyperlink. If they click it, what page do you want them to go to? So that's what you put right here is subscription confirmed. So this page can say something like, Congratulations, you're confirmed. You're a part of our email list. Welcome to the club, right? This subscription confirmed also appears if it's a single opt-in, and they don't have to do but that one thing, which is click submit. And once they click submit on the form, it goes straight to the subscription confirmed. But you don't want to do that. And I'll tell you why in just a few minutes. Unsubscribe confirmation. So in every single email that you send out through Mailing Boss, there's going to be an unsubscribe link. It has to be there because the canned spam laws, you can't take it out. So if they click unsubscribe, it will take them to whatever page you put right here. And that page might say something like, golly gee, we hate to see you go. If you want to join our list again because you made a mistake, here's the opt-in form again. Fill it out and we'll add you back to our list. Something like that. But it's the unsubscribe confirmation page when they click unsubscribe in the email. So let's talk more about subscription confirmed. Remember, there's two ways they can get to this page. The first way is if it's a single opt-in and they hit submit on the opt-in form. They skip the pending subscribe page and go straight to the subscription confirmed page. So that's the first way they can get to that page. The second way is if this is a double opt-in list and they hit the pending subscribe, then they got their email and they click confirm, and then they'll end up on the subscription confirmed page. So why would you do a single opt-in versus a double opt-in for an email list when it's way easier just to do a single opt-in, right? The single opt-in, the user only has to do one thing, which is fill out the opt-in form and hit submit. And it's that easy, they're confirmed. A double opt-in, they have to do two things. They have to fill out the opt-in form, then they have to check their email and click that confirm, and then they're confirmed in the email list. So why on earth would you choose a double opt-in when they have to work so hard? But here's the reason why. A single opt-in means they do not have to confirm their email. That means you do not have a good list because they could be putting in like batman@gothamcity.com. And it's obviously that's not a good email. That's a fake email. But with a single opt-in, they go straight to the confirm, which means now you're going to be sending out emails to market to those people. And you've got fake emails. So they're going to be going out and your open rate is going to be down. Your clicking the link rate is going to be down. All of that is going to be down. And you're going to be wondering, why on earth is my click-through rate only 0.001%? And it's because you set up a single opt-in. It's not a very good list. If you've got a double opt-in, that means that people have to actually confirm their email. So you've got a much better list to send out emails to, so that you can market to them your product or your service. So you definitely want to do a double opt-in list so that you can have a really good, valid list to market to when you start sending out your emails. So yes, single opt-in is easier, but don't be lazy. Take the time and do a double opt-in and get a good list, a good quality list. Does anybody have any questions about that?
I got another question.
Go ahead.
Okay. So for example, now I'm building and I'm moving all my websites to Builderall. Just like yesterday, I closed HostGator and I transfer everything to over here, right?
Wow.
So now I'm bringing the good news for me is that I use iContact as a mail marketing because they let me upload my existing list, right? So now I find out the Builderall let me do the same, so I'm happy for that. My question is, if I want all these, I got two separate lists, my customers and my prospect that maybe I send some offers, but they never took it. So I already did it. My question is, for example, if I want to send any sequences of broadcasting or whatever, with the existing list, I can do just one single opt-in, or it's better to do the double. How it works with when you upload your list?
If you upload them, they actually end up being confirmed.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's fine. They'll be active on your list, and then whenever you create an email sequence, you can actually there's an option when you create a new email sequence to send them to future subscribers or to previous and future subscribers. So if you want to do them, if you want to upload them and then create an email list after that, or email sequence, you can choose previous and future subscribers, and it will send out to everybody, even the ones that you've uploaded.
Awesome. That is a good news. Thank you.
Yay. Woohoo! Yeah, that was an easy one to answer too. Hopefully I answered it okay. Cristiano?
Right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's about the email list again. Eric said you're not allowed the single opt-in anymore. My question is, what about the list we upload, which has been just single opt-in? Will be that valid or they will cancel it?
They'll let you upload it. You have to talk to support about it, and they'll let you upload it, and they'll end up confirmed. And you can now still do single opt-in. They've allowed single opt-in again. So about as fast as they said it doesn't exist anymore, they sent out another message that said, hey, we're going to let it fly. We're going to let you do single opt-in. But if you're causing any problems and you get IP block because of being single opt-in and spamming, and just uploading valid emails that they didn't opt in, then they may shut you down. So, but you don't want to do single opt-in if you just absolutely don't have to. Yeah, you want to do double opt-in. But if you've already got a list, just contact support and let them know where that list came from. They'll ask you a few questions. And then if everything's kosher, they'll let you upload it and everything will be confirmed. So you'll be good to go.
Okay, thank you.
And then any future lists that you create, just make sure they're double opt-in. It is a little bit more work to set it up, but you're going to have a much better list, and you're not going to have fake emails like you get with a single opt-in.
Nice.
Yep. My thing about single opt-in is I actually love single opt-in when I'm testing. Because you can imagine if I'm doing Mailing Boss and I'm testing something, I don't want to have to go and like check the email, confirm the email, make sure that it got confirmed, all that. So I do single opt-in whenever I'm testing Mailing Boss and seeing how the automation works and segmentation. And when I create a new email list, if I have them added to this list, but moved to this list and copied to this list and deleted from this list, all of that I can set up as automated. And I don't want to test it using a double opt-in because it takes too long to get in there and confirm and then check. And sometimes you'll lose track of what you were doing. So single opt-in makes it a lot easier to test. But then once I'm ready for that list to go live and get subscribers, I flip it over to double opt-in. Okay. I got another question. Are these separate created pages or pages within the same website? Jasmine, the pending subscribe, subscription confirmed, and unsubscribed pages are all pages that you create inside your website. So you need those 3 pages so that when you set up your Mailing Boss connection and then you do the URL, change URL, you'll have those pages ready to go so you can just connect them. Let me see if I can show you an example of a double opt-in and how it can go to a pending subscribe page. So hold on a second and let me see here. Memberbytes.com. I think this is one that does it. So there's a form right here. And if I fill it out, we'll say Tavis and Tavis at thisisawesome.com. And once I fill that out, I click get my free software. And nope, that's not it. That's not the one. So let me see if I can find it again. Hold on. Let's see. Email confirm. So this was originally set up so that once they fill out this form, they go to an email confirmation form. So this is a pending subscribe page. So what they do is they get instructions that say confirm your email. And then step 1, check your email. Step 2, click the confirmation link. And step 3, you're confirmed. And then I remind them to whitelist our email address. which means when it comes into their email client says, hey, this is a good email, don't send it to spam. And you want to try to get as many people as you can to whitelist your email. So I give them instructions on how to do that. So in this area, if I click on AOL, it shows the instructions on how to whitelist an AOL email. If somebody has Yahoo Mail, if they click on that, it gives them instructions on how to whitelist a Yahoo email. So if you want this page, just write down this address. It's memberbytes.com/email-confirm. And you can use all of the information to make your page and use the images. All you have to do is right-click on the image and save image as. And you can use these same images, the same instructions, and build your own email confirmation page and show them how to whitelist their email address so that your emails start to go into the inbox and not into the spam folder, which is typical if you have a brand new email. So that's a pending subscribe page. So once they get their email and they click confirm, then they would go to a different page that says, thank you, you're confirmed, right? So we've got 3 different pages that you need to have when you do that change URL. You've got the pending subscribe page, the subscribe confirmed page, and the unsubscribe confirmed page. So those are the 3 that you need to make before you actually start working on your opt-in form. Okay? And then I have another one. Nadia says she can't import her list of customers from MailChimp. So you have to type in every single email. I haven't used MailChimp in a really long time, but MailChimp must have a way to export subscribers. So if you can export those subscribers in a CSV file, which is a comma delimited file, if you keep that file, then contact support for Builderall and say, hey, I've got a list of subscribers. They'll ask you a few questions. You'll get approval to upload your list. You can take that CSV file and upload it into MailInBoss. So just be sure to see if there's a way to download into a CSV file. And if you can do that, then you can upload into MailInBoss. Okay? Hopefully that helped. Okay, so anything else? Any other questions, guys? All right, I think that we're done. We've been together for about an hour. So we have done great. You guys had great questions, and I'm so glad that we were able to get the system up and running so I could show you some examples of some things. And remember that next week, same bat time, same bat channel, we'll go through some more stuff in Builderall. We'll spend about an hour together. And until then, I will see you around the Facebook groups. And just let me know if you need any help or if you want me to talk about something specific on these Tuesday night trainings. And I'll do my best to make sure to cover this information so you have it and you can build something amazing with Builderall. All right, guys, have a great night, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.